was good to see D-Hop out there make a couple of good catches. Comes in, makes a very pivotal first down for us to keep moving the chains in the first series to go on and get a touchdown. So we can see that what he's going to be able to bring to the table on offensively, man. Patrick threw one out there to an out route. He looked so good catching the football, just looked so smooth just doing it. I'm just like, man, it's just going to be a routine thing for him to do.
And it's just so cool seeing DeAndre Hopkins' name in the box score for Kansas City. Something I didn't think I'd see and I wanted to see for so long. Just even if it's 2 for 29, it's still cool to see that in the box score.
Hold on to it, Taze, because you're going to see a whole lot more of that, baby.
I hope so. I hope those numbers get bigger too. But yeah.
So with that, so let's talk about the DeAndre Hopkins. JD, you talked about his presence and how the defense was kind of like, when he was on the field, he was there. He was there. And they saw him. They took notice. So 2 for 29, just looking at his stats. He wasn't on the field a whole lot today, comparatively his snaps. But here's the interesting thing. So while he only played maybe 15 to 20 snaps today, DeAndre Hopkins has surpassed 3 of his 6 games in yardage and catches with the Tennessee Titans from this year. And that was when he just came 2 days ago, played 14 snaps, but he surpassed catches and yardage in 3 of the 6 games that he played in Tennessee this year when he played 30 to 40 snaps in those games. I think that tells you, hey, it was a kind of focal point, these are the plays for you. We want you to get you the ball to make sure, hey, you're being fed right away. Also, too, it shows you the quarterback play. He's not playing with Will Levis and Mason Rudolph anymore. Okay, you're not at Tennessee anymore, and I think he definitely loved that aspect of it. But what did you guys make of D-Hop's his first appearance in Chiefs red?
Go ahead, Tage. I'll let you start.
I was trying to look at his total snaps for the game. I know he had 10 in the first half, and I know we heard he was going to get a lot. I didn't believe that, but I still thought he had a good amount for a guy that just came off the street, recently. And he wasn't a guy that was previously with us. He didn't have experience with us. But he's got a high IQ, as what was previously reported, so they didn't really worry about him as much. And even if you didn't know what week it was and when we signed him and when we got him, when you see him out there, he doesn't look lost by any means. He looks like he knows what he's doing and where he's going. He's just a vet, and he's a guy that I said we need another guy out there, and at least we needed depth, but we needed a guy who can keep cornerbacks and DBs' eyes on someone besides Kelsey. And I'm not going to attribute Kelsey's 10-catch game, his best game of the season, to Hopkins being out there, because we've had talented dudes out there also. But as far as reputations go, as good as Rice was this year, he doesn't have the reputation Hopkins has. If you're a veteran DB, you're off of name value, you're more scared of Hopkins than you are of Rashee Rice, right? So that's not even close in my mind. So a cornerback seeing Hopkins out there, you don't want him to beat you. You have your full attention on him the whole time. And it's a great first game for him. If he just gets better from here and gets to know the playbook more and more, I think it's a great game to get him in there and get some snaps and start getting the timing down with Patrick in game too. It's invaluable just to have that connection grow.
Yeah. Most of those guys out there, man, that playing DB probably had DeAndre Hopkins on their wall growing up and wanted to be him. I'm sure a lot of them wanted to be receivers, like, oh my gosh, it's D-Hop. Shoot, now you get to play against him. So there were some guys shaking and their knees are shaking out there, okay, which wouldn't elicit a response with Rice. Rice, he's he's second-year guy. Let's challenge him, see what he can do, see if he's all that or not. D-Hop, already established. You know what you're going to get. And so I just seen the connection. D-Hop, what he brings to the table is he knows how to find his holes and windows, how to get open. He has great hands. He's going to be silky smooth for us, man. He really is. And so just from what you said, 3 out of the game, surpassed that. As saying, like, look, he's going to be happy in this offense, man. He's going to be happy in this offense. That's just a dangerous combination between him and Kelsey out there. It's a dangerous thing to see for teams. And then once Xavier Worthy figures it out, we get Juju back. That helps out even more. Offense is open even more. Jody Fortson going down, I don't think it really hurts us as far as 14 personnel was, it is what it is. It's something that you could kind of run, but, how effective was it? So we still got the 3. Noah Gray, Johnny on the spot, coming off of Xavier Worthy, running the shallow cross, catching that football. You know what I mean? So we got guys that could come in, perform, and play the way we want to, man. But DeAndre Hopkins is without a doubt still going to have a response for DCs to respect who this man is. You just have to. I'm sorry. And you'd be a fool not to. You'd be a fool not to.
Come on, baby. Go. Yes. That's a first down. It's a first down. This football season, I'll be putting down normal sodas like Coca-Cola for Olipop. Olipop offers a healthier alternative with its low sugar content and natural ingredients. Olipop is more than just a drink. It's a wellness companion that supports your digestive health. Packed with prebiotics, this fizzy elixir helps promote good bacteria in your gut, leading to improved digestion and overall well-being. So go ahead, click the link in the description and use promo code SODALOVE and get your can of Olipop so you can enjoy the game guilt-free. Go Chiefs. Use the promo code SODALOVE for 15% off now.
And 2 last notes on Hopkins too. I like that we didn't force him the ball just because he's the new toy.
Mm-hmm.
I feared that a bit. I like that it just seemed natural when he was there, when he's open, when the play's there, he gets it to him. It wasn't just a forcing like Adams and Rodgers that first week. 2 was not ready to get 8 or 9 targets in that game. I think he called 3 of the 8 in that game. Wasn't ready for all that. You're just doing it because he's there and you're trying to make a point. This is why we got him. I don't like that. Play football, play your game, and when it works, right? And then my second point, I like that this move can also take a little heat and pressure off of Worthy. I like that Worthy maybe gets to go back to the natural pattern and trajectory where he was headed before we had to kind of put more on his plate as a receiver than he was maybe necessarily ready for. So I like that he gets to go back to kind of just concentrating on being what we wanted him to be to start the season.
Yeah, I agree. Because it helps him grow, right? All the pressure's off of him. Now he's like, daggone. He had a couple drops today. He had drops right in his hands. Should have brought it in.
Yeah.
So how many? 2 or was it 3? Because he had the one that
near the end zone, and then the one that he had up in the air that he kind of the Jones wrestled away from him.
Yeah. So 3.
That was a really good play by Jones. The one in the end zone, he should have had.
Brought it in, yeah.
He should have had that. What were you gonna say, Marcus?
Well, he also had the one, I don't know if it was a drop. They got there. It was the one where it was 3rd down and Pat threw him a kind of jump ball on the sideline. And I don't know why he's throwing jump balls to him because that was the Nate Taylor said on that play. I didn't rewatch the game yet, obviously, but JD, there's something to check out for the All-22. Apparently on that play where Mahomes throws the jump ball to Xavier Worthy on the sideline, DeAndre Hopkins apparently makes a sick route and sick move and gets wide open in the middle of the field on that play. And Mahomes chooses to throw a jump ball to, our 5'9", 160-pound wide receiver when you got Hopkins in the middle of the field. But, nonetheless, 3rd down, panic play, just getting rid of it.
Well, yeah, I think that's what it was. But man, he went up and got it. Shoot, he had the ability. He went up and go get it. So I'm not, I'm not getting on him for that. Just bring it in.
Yeah.
So, look, Xavier Worthy's a talented guy, man. He's a muscle. You look at his body; he don't have any body fat on. That's why he's 165-pound man. But he's a muscle. You see, we see his legs, and his size, his hips. You know what I mean? So he can play ball. He's athletic. So I didn't mind that at all. It's just him just down is pulling it on in. So I didn't. That's something I hadn't really seen out of him yet. And I was like, oh, okay, he got that in him. Cool. So, and maybe like I said, that's something. Look, they see his stuff in practice all the time. So Pat ain't just throwing something a jump ball to a guy he didn't think could jump. he's probably seen Xavier Worthy go up there a couple of times. So maybe he's thinking he's going, on the DB, right? He's, so I have no problem with him trying that.
Season high for Worthy catches.
Oh, 4? Yeah. Before catches, yeah.
Baby steps.
Yeah.
How many targets?
8.
Ooh, 8.
Okay.
2 weeks in a row, 8.
I mean, what do you want to see from Xavier Worthy at this point? Obviously, we want to see growth, right? And obviously, you can't have the drops. But I gotta say, I will give him flowers for this. Week 8, he's got 5 touchdowns in the season, 3 receiving, 2 rushing touchdowns. So already, I looked. All right, if you added MVS's career touchdowns in Kansas City, and then you add Juju's career touchdowns in Kansas City, I believe he has more touchdowns than both of them in just the 8 games. Which is pretty impressive. Obviously, he's more of a weapon because you can use him at the backfield. So it's a little bit of a cheat code there. But just to say, people want to, people can hone in on the drops and the negatives. Oh man, we should have drafted so and so or whatever. Because I've seen some of that. A lot of people will have some buyer's remorse from us drafting Xavier Worthy. But hey, 5 touchdowns in 8 games, pretty damn good.
So what I want to see from Worthy, okay? All right. And Amber Brown said something that's funny. I need to do more chest flies to be able to snatch that ball. So when he's up in the air, he snatches it. He's got to make sure, man, he plucks that ball out of the air and he brings it down quick. Okay, can't leave it out here. And if you know, like you said, you're a strong guy because they're gonna test this right here. That's where you gotta get strong on. Right here, the forearms and your fingers. As soon as you get the ball in your hands, you snatch that sucker, pluck it, and put it away immediately. That's what I want to see from him. But I think he's in, as far as the growth is in the right direction. But this, I expect this as a rookie. If you think about the wide receivers, I'm looking around the league of wide receivers. And so there's a lot of guys that are struggling. Shoot, one of the guys we wanted to get, and I'm just like, man, shoot. I'm so glad we didn't get him. Keon Coleman, everybody kept trying to want him. I was like, we got the right guy for our offense, what we do. Okay, Keon Coleman's an athletic guy. They want, who's the other guy? Adonai or whatever his name was in Indianapolis. They wanted him too.
Oh, Donnie Mitchell, yeah.
Yeah, Donnie Mitchell, whatever.
Xavier Leggett.
Yeah, Leggett. We got our right guy, man. We got our right guy. And so him getting 8 targets is good for us. Get it to him early. Let him learn how to do everything. We got D-Hop there so he can hear, he can see, he can watch. He can watch greatness now. Okay. Somebody said, well, he's had Travis Kelce. Yeah, but Travis Kelce plays tight end. It's a little different. It's different. It's different for a wide receiver. Because there's some things out in space that Travis does is going to be different for a guy that's athletic like D-Hop and Xavier Worthy is going to do. That's just reality, man. That's just it. So I like his progress. I'm not one of those, but his coach is going to tell him like he knows, hey man, you just got to catch the football. Period.
Hi everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.